delete all. This is note writing, command mode. This is note writing, and I think you should turn on voice control. So when you're typing in here, you can either do handwriting or typing. Right now, I'm going to do typing. And if you look at the bottom where the space bar and the numbers are, you see the microphone. But you can use the microphone if you wish. But if you have the iPad or the iPhone, and right now I'm using the iPad, and if you got voice control turned on, you can use that. That way, if you run into any mistakes and you want to correct them, it'll be easy if the keyboard's in front of you without using Siri, but using voice control instead, which would be a lot better. Right now, I have it in command mode. I'll shortly switch on to dictation. Dictation mode. As you can see, it's on. And whenever I speak, it's being written down. Then command mode. Command mode. I just shut the command mode off. So as you can see, I had to correct something here. I had to put it between then and is using the keyboard. So I press and hold down the space bar. I move it down. Backspace, WN. Then I will put down period using the keyboard, because I might make a mistake using the dictation on here. I'm going to use space bar, and I'm going to continue dictation. Sometimes it won't correct it when using dictation. Wrong word goes on here. So you have to use the keyboard to correct it, and we're not using the microphone at the bottom of the keyboard and leaving the keyboard open, because you see the line going down across, which moves as you're speaking, and I'd rather use the voice control. This way the keyboard stays on here. Now I can either use handwritten notes on here or the voice control to take down dictation. And sometimes each one in itself has its advantages, like using handwriting as though it was paper has its advantages. But at the same time, if you're not a very good speller or you're in a rush to write something down, this is where the microphone at the bottom of the keyboard comes in handy. But with me, sometimes a mistake is made and I can't go back and correct it using the microphone. So voice control comes in handy in conjunction with a keyboard. Now I'm going to switch it by dictation back on. Dictation mode. As you've seen at the top, seeing at the top, you're seeing the dictation mode being turned on. And I had to keep quiet. And I had to keep quiet while I did the backspace to delete a word or two a word or two on here. On here. As you can see, using the microphone at the bottom of the keyboard and or voice control is not always perfect, but but it helps a great deal when writing or typing. It's a lot faster. Period. So when I have to go back to a word, command mode. So when I have to go back to a word and delete it or change it, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I go back to command mode to correct something. As you can see, I'm backspacing. I pressed the space bar to go back there. To make some corrections manually. I'll be pressing the space bar once again to the end of the sentence where it says word. Dictation mode. And change it. Period. Command mode. As you can see, it's still faster than typing or writing. There has been a few mistakes where sometimes it will correct it through your voice, or you have to switch it to command mode, and make the changes manually. And as you see in up top, a little icon popped up saying turn on dictation for it to begin again. Now, I can also use the back arrow here for undo and redo. Then over here, I got the letter T at the top for typing, plus for insert image, take a photo, insert signature, insert marker symbols, head and footer. Then I come over here to where the wrench is. And as you can see here, it's take snapshots, show statistics, name generator, web search, find and replace, read aloud. Command mode. Enable typewriter sound. As you can see the list. We'll click out of that. Then the little box next to the wrench with the arrow pointing up. This is when you're done. You can send it by way of mail, send to app, send to files, iCloud Drive, send to drop box, send to Google Drive, and so on. And at the very bottom, you have to final review and print. Well, we're going to go to print, say like we finished it all. We're going to go to print over here. It's going to ask you how many copies you would like. Right now, it's you see a preview of it, what I did in small print. It doesn't even take up a half a page. I press the plus sign, 2 copies, 3 copies, 4 copies every time I press the plus. And I can go back to 3, 2, 1. As soon as you type in how many copies you want, this could be a business letter, an essay, a resume, or a personal letter to somebody. And then you click over here. It'll be locating the printer. Click on the printer if you got more than one. But if you have just the one, you click on the one. And on the top right, you'll see where it says print. Now, you could go ahead and print this up on the printer. And once it's printed, you would, right at the, if this is like a letter you're sending to a business or a personal letter you're sending to somebody, at the bottom you would certainly say, as usual, sincerely. Then you leave a couple of spaces for your signature, and then you'll put your full name down. After all this has been said and done, you go ahead and print it up. And once it's printed, with the date and your address and so on at the top, and at the bottom you will say sincerely or whatever you wish to write on there. Then you, with your printed name, as soon as you get the printed sheet out, you would sign it. I'm not going to print it right now, but I'm going to cancel it, go back. I have, you can add as many notes on here. It's got research, and also it's got trash in case you want to throw something out. But the trash, you would not throw it out unless it's just a personal letter you were sending somebody. And if it's a resume or a business letter or something, you would want to keep it and not throw it out. Now, this here at the bottom, top, it says binder, and if you press click, you can add a new note, new pencil, new sketch note, new marker, and so on, in a new folder. And over here, you would write you Shift ENGLIS English class. And then you hit OK. You can make as many of these folders as you like. And then you would go over here and click on, let's see here, New Note. Let's put down, I hope I spelled this right, SA. And it's right there below in the folder for the English class. As you can see, when I tap it, it closes, and when I tap it again, it opens. Then I come over here for it. Over here to right, more than halfway down, you see 1 of 1. Now, as you gain towards the bottom of the page, it will go to page 2, 3, 4, and so on. And the number on top, say like you got like 5 pages on here, it will say 5 at the bottom, and on the top it will tell you what page of the 5 pages you are on, and you click the up arrow to go to the previous page, and you press the bottom button, arrow I should say, to go to the next page over here. As you can this will be SA5 and so on.